Are you tired of those overpriced, bland, and boring other streaming services? Wake up and give Troma Now a try. Enjoy thousands of movies, short films, documentaries, cartoons, comics, and tons more exclusive content. Available on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, or simply download it using either Apple App Store or Google Play. Subscribe at watch.troma.com and get the first month free, and then only $4.99 a month afterwards.
I can't get enough of Troma Now.
Honestly, it's cheaper than most actual boxes of cereal these days.
It's Troma organically delicious.
Why don't you give me the background for anybody that's listening
yes,
so they can see what your movie's about? No, it's okay. We were talking before I hit record. So,
The Legend of Bloody Bones is it's basically a story to where you have this town that is called Farwater. So it becomes a legend for people trying to figure out what happened to this mining town, because everybody ends up dead. And anybody else that didn't die in the town left, it just disappeared.
Okay.
And they find out that there's this legend of this preacher that had come to town. And people started dying, getting sick. And so the town local, I would say the moral authority leader,
right,
raises concerns. And then they find out that the guy was having something to do with the town going down.
Okay, well, not a coincidence.
There wasn't a coincidence, and then you end up getting frontier justice. So, but they didn't know the whole story, which my cast for the modern day finishes the rest of the story.
Okay.
And Johnny literally has been writing songs for this movie before I knew him.
That's incredible. Okay, you have to tell me how that, before he knows you, how did he write songs?
Absolutely, love to. Okay. Me and Johnny, it's like we've hovered around each other in the same circles, even in the same town. Because with his military service, I'm near Fort Cavazos, where he served.
Okay.
And Austin, where he did tons of the beginnings of his music career, and it's like, we were in horror circles, and it's like, but never crossed paths.
Okay.
And then both decided at the same time, hey, I like his work. And we reached out to each other and found out how much stuff we had in common, how fun it was to collaborate together. It's so easy to collaborate with him. Yes. I love it because we're both in each other's heads. And it makes it easy. It makes it easier for me. And having a score for a movie, as I'm sure you could say, is really important.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
The Legend of Bloody Bones for me is a highly personal, very personal story and project. It's my everything. But Johnny was able to key into the vibe and the sounds and the feeling that I wanted for it. And with other people, I haven't been able to key into that.
Right.
To where it's like he understood the story without me handing him the script.
And
it's like,
I
have to have you in this. Yeah, I have to have you do music for this, please. And he was kind enough to do that because he believed in the project and he believed in me. And I can't think, he's my brother. I can't say anything more than that. He's not really a collaborator,
Right. You guys are family.
Exactly. Yeah. And then that's how I've always wanted to be about this, with the filmmaking, the Troma commercial. Me and him got to do a Troma commercial together because we both love Troma and we wanted to do a Trauma Now ad.
Right.
And I was currently the Toxic Avenger of Texas. So I got the opportunity, how I look at it, to be able to do Johnny's video, because Johnny wrote it, the entire video, and it's amazing. Anybody that hasn't seen it needs to see it. It's
Is it
great.
on YouTube? Can I like
any Johnny Logan Harley, you can find it. And
Awesome.
You ask him, he will send it. If you ask me, I will send it to you.
I just want to make sure we can link it, to the post.
No, you're right.
Everybody can.
I get into a rant.
It's okay.
But it was so much fun working with, like, bringing that to life. And also I got to be the Toxic Avenger. You can't beat that.
Absolutely. The Toxic Avenger of Texas. So you were even bigger, because everything's bigger in Texas, right?
Yeah, well, Lloyd Kaufman himself called me the Toxic Avenger of Texas.
That's an honor.
So that's the only approval I need.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
any fans, stuff like that. But it's like, for me, a big chunk of being Toxie was getting to do Johnny's video and getting to do the commercial. It was so much fun. I thought it felt so much in the Trauma vibe.
Right.
And it was bringing more people into Trauma, which that's what Johnny does. Johnny brings
everybody into
exactly.
He's
He brings
just that
people
type of
together.
person.
He really does. And the thing is, too, about Johnny, which is perfect, same thing for Frozen Dead. It's like, he gave me a wish I had since I was a kid. I don't know most men or women growing up that wouldn't have loved to be a comic book character.
Absolutely. And particularly
it's me.
In this comic.
Exactly.
Yes.
That amazing. Oh.
I was going to say, I don't want to give away too much because everybody needs to buy a copy of this so they can see it themselves. But you are right.
Yes. Right there. Trauma love with my Trauma crew.
Nice. So
Johnny,
explain the mop.
The mop? Because I am the Toxic Avenger of Texas.
Okay, and you've got your Bloody Bones shirt on. I love it.
And that was Johnny. All of that whole look was Johnny's idea. That was his beautiful artwork and creation. And to me, the best I've ever looked,
And that's the thing about Johnny. Like, I'm only starting my journey with Johnny in my life, and I am so blessed because he's just an incredible person. And that's why I'm loving meeting all of you who can give me even more insight, because
him and Ann, you're right on. Him and
Ann's a sweetheart.
Are wonderful, amazing people.
Yes.
Amazing people. And it's okay. And you can tell too, in the entertainment business, you can get some really, really amazing, nice people, and you can get some very not nice people.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. Johnny
doesn't go into that not nice area.
Not at all. He really
doesn't. He's a fan too.
I think he's a fan first and foremost, and that's what fuels his passion for the music and the art and
his way to his fans, the way he is to his fans. He makes you feel like you're the rock star.
Yes, absolutely.
And that you cannot beat that with anybody.
No, and you can't manufacture that. That is 100% honest and true. And the second I met him, I'm like, we're friends. There was no getting to know. It was just like, how you've been in my life forever. So
I knew he was going to do the music score for The Legend of Bloody Bones in the first 10 minutes that I talked to him.
Yes.
And it's like, he understood it. He understood, I gave him the base concept of the story, and he knocked it out of the park.
And like you said, that's so important, because you can't have Friday the 13th with the Wuzzles theme song behind it. It wouldn't work, So
you have to have that. He brings the flavor of the Wild West into the modern times as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's I can't give away too much, but
I was going to say, you definitely have to release the soundtrack when you release the film, because
exactly. I can't wait. I am beyond excited.
That's awesome. Do you have a time frame, or is it still in production? So we're
right now, because of, as you know, what's been going on in Texas with the tornadoes. Right. It's kind of pushed back my filming schedule, but we should start like literal filming in about a month or two, if I'm lucky.
Okay.
And probably do the whole process through and knock it out. And then I have to do some shoots in Oklahoma with the cast member or two of my cast members, because it's easier for me to get up there to them than it will be for them to come down here.
Gotcha.
And didn't you say going on, so.
Oh yeah, and I know they're having wicked storms in Oklahoma too, because one of my best friends lives there.
We're getting more today, so.
Yep. Didn't you tell me that the characters in Bloody Bones actually had they put in their own input as far as their characters go?
They named everybody that has been cast in The Legend of Bloody Bones has named their own character.
I love that. Does that? Well, you can't give it away. I was going to ask for names, but don't give it away. We'll have to see when the film comes out. Like, if somebody took it a little far or not.
See, I mean, and that's part of the fun of the movie.
Yes.
Because it's kind of got an infectious nature to it.
That's wonderful. I'm so excited about this. Like, I'd never really watched the Clint Eastwood kind of side, but being a girl that grew up in the 80s,
right.
Young Guns and Young Guns 2 was on repeat.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So, and you having Johnny be your Bon Jovi as far as the soundtrack goes.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a perfect reference on that, because that's what it was. Because it's like if I went too far into the Wild West, I felt I would lose the modern audience.
Right.
To what I'm trying to do as a campfire story.
Yeah.
But this campfire story is real. You know, it is a lot more real than they think it is.
I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to see this. Like, the more you tell me, the more I'm just like, oh, go get it filmed.
I think I'm more excited than anybody for people to see it.
That's awesome. And that's how you know how passionate you are, because you're making it for other people to enjoy.
Oh, people don't realize I will show up at their house with Bloody Bones. I have no problem with that. It's like, oh, you like the movie? Oh, here, you want to meet him?
That's all. You can do your own signings in people's living rooms.
Exactly. It's like just read from the book and the movie, and we'll talk.
Awesome.
I'm sure you'll see him if you're not careful. So.
Have you and Johnny met in person, or is it just online?
We have not gotten the ability. The is not linked up yet. But I'm kind of worried for people when we do, because it's a blast as it is now.
Absolutely.
And I know for a fact that me and him will definitely continue our relationship, definitely our friendship. But we will continue to keep coming up with new things and ideas, and just the beginning.
Yep. You guys feed off of each other so well that it's just going to continue to snowball into even more excitement.
Well, as we had said, hey, he unites people.
Yes.
He has a very good ability to bring like-minded, talented, amazing people together. And we all try to do that with each other. We all rise up together. I'm used to heads and torsos because I make the monster effects. So my wife is used to zombie heads piled up in a corner, or, it's like I could come out of the room with my eyes missing and she'd be like, oh, that looks nice.
Be like, you ready for dinner? Like just a regular day in Aaron's house.
Yeah, I don't have that effect on her anymore.
That's
funny. But she is the lead in Legend of Bloody Bones.
Well, okay, the Rob Zombie, like you said, connection.
Yes, but my wife told me as to not follow that trend. This is the only one she's doing.
Okay, that's fair.
So it's a one-time go, and it's like I appreciate that enough, to help with the vision. As like I said, it's without Johnny, without my wife, without James Carnes for Killer Cox.
Oh, okay.
He's another Texas up-and-coming filmmaker, and that also knows Johnny and works with Johnny. 'Cause it's the same thing. We all bring each other up.
Absolutely.
And without them, Bloody Bones wouldn't be as close to it is as getting started. Even as much of the work as I put into making it happen.
Right.
doing most of everything, you know, but if it's your dream, you got to fight hard for it. So
absolutely. You can't just dream when you're asleep.
Exactly. You know? Yeah. So,
and it's really cool that the online communities, everybody can meet each other, because 50 years ago, if you didn't have an in the business, you would never get the opportunity to make a film. So
and that's why I think Johnny does that for people too. Yes. He has that ability to give people a platform to go, here, look at their amazing talent. Isn't that cool? Not because Johnny wants to go, oh, look at me, look what I did for you. No, right.
It goes the opposite of that.
It's like, look what you did, dude. Look how good you are. You're amazing. It's like, you can't beat and it's genuine.
That's what I was going to say. He is an honest cheerleader for everyone.
Exactly. You know, he's like one of the most punk metal cheerleaders you've ever seen, but he's there. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
But he is. I mean, and that's the thing. Exactly. It's like, we don't commit crimes, but he would be my partner in crime in a second.
There you go.
You know, It's like I would go to war with the man.
Easy. I understand. The second I met him, he was dressed up like Doc from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
And just anytime anybody wanted to take a picture with him, he was Doc.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Exactly. Yeah.
And making sure that they had the absolute best experience that he could give them, and had everybody I almost peed my pants. He had me laughing so hard. My name's not Rick. He just kept yelling. Like, it was so funny. And like you said, he just makes sure that everybody around him feels good.
Everybody, exactly. I couldn't have said that better, actually. It's exactly, it's like, and that's like for me with, the different characters or costumes or creatures and things that I've done. Johnny understands that. That's why I think Johnny understood that with me, with my work. It's like, I take it personal. If I meet a fan and I'm supposed to be this person, I'm going to do everything in my power to be that person for you while you're meeting me.
Yep.
And I am just as excited to meet you as you are to meet me.
Yes.
And awesome. It makes it feel better, and it's better for both of us. It's a positive, beautiful memory. And Johnny he understands, he helps people have that.
Absolutely.
And I think anybody that does that, you're an icon. You're a legend. And the people that are like that are the ones that we talk about. The people that he honors in Frozen Dead. Which, speaking on Frozen Dead, I was unaware of it for a long time. I missed out. Okay. I've had to do a lot of catching up because I was unaware of it, because we just hadn't been able to cross paths.
Right.
And then to see how he could take pop culture and parody and all that and bring it together in the most chaotic, beautiful whirlwind I think I've ever seen.
Yes.
And it just pulled me in. So it's to be in it is just it's life changing. It really is, and it's like, oh, you're just in a comic book. Yeah, I'm in a comic book, man.
Yeah,
exactly. Like it's just, you just don't get it. But it's okay. You can pick one up for yourself, read it, and you'll get it.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna show it again. Pick up your copy.
Exactly. I mean, it's amazing. The beautiful artwork, the passion that he put into that.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
And bang for your buck. Yeah. Too. It's like he doesn't cheap out on anything with people.
No. And he offers so much for free to catch up with on his pages. Like, you can go and
he's a child of trauma as well. He learned from Lloyd too. Yep. It's like, you give people free stuff to your fans because your fans are the only reason you're here.
Exactly.
Without your fans, you're a lonely person watching your own movie.
Yep. And I honestly believe what you put out comes back to you.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And that's all of us trying to do that. We're trying to make sure that we put out good, amazing vibes with talent and comedy and love and beautiful, just a great time for everybody. Everybody's welcome.
Absolutely.
Nobody's excluded. Yes, we are the Cool Kids Club, but you're all invited.
Yep.
Everybody's invited.
That's so awesome.
And I mean, there's so much different stuff coming down the line. I know Johnny's got so much more things coming down the line that I can't say.
Shh. You didn't hear it here, folks.
Exactly. Say a single thing about anything.
Nope. But I know nothing.
But I can say in honesty, though, that people, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of things coming from Johnny Necro, for one, and Johnny Logan Harley.
Yes.
For both people, okay? And I assure you, they are the same man, but they're not.
But they're not, no, exactly.
You know? And that's the beautiful part. It's a roller coaster is coming of delight.
I can't wait to see.
Oh, I'm excited too.
I'm so glad that he was driving by and grabbed me and pulled me into the car, so I'm part of this adventure now. Because
me too.
It's only been 6 weeks, so I have a lot of catching up to do. So, like you said,
yes, but you already understand.
Yes.
You already understand the vibe. You understand the man. You understand the vibe to me. So.
Absolutely, and I love all of the references, like you said. Like when I'll say, you know, like somebody from Castle Rock me, and I was like, you know, like just like the little things, like
I know what he's talking about. I get it. Yeah.
And I love that if you don't get a specific thing, he's willing to tell you what it is. And then you're like, now I get it.
It's like, oh man, how did I miss that?
Exactly, because he's so clever.
He's very
clever.
He's a very witty man. He can turn a phrase very quickly.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like, and that's when he had said when we were talking about doing the commercial, and it was like the direction that he gave me was not much, because he didn't want me to interfere with what I was trying to do, what I was trying to bring to it.
Right.
But it was perfect direction.
Yep.
I need this kind of vibe. I got you. And that's what it was. It was that simple. I've never had a directing experience like that as easy as it was working with Johnny.
And that's what, with the interviews for his it was a documentary, for what we're doing here. He did the same thing where I was like, well, what do you want me to say? And he's like, you do it. And I think that's Johnny letting us be the best versions of us. Not
exactly. He's like, I asked you for a reason.
Yes, exactly. Now
fly,
little bird. You know, like
yeah, mine just happens to be a big black vulture, but that's okay.
It's all good. It's all good. Work for the Addams family, right?
Exactly. You know, we gladly feast upon those who would try to subdue us.
Yes.
That's the motto's family creed. So.
Yep. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. And I'm the guy that would know that. So. Yeah.
But I think the bottom line is what we both have said. You know, when the tide comes in, all ships rise, and Johnny is the best captain because he wants everybody's ships to.
Oh yes, and it's exactly it's like an armada. I would think it's like we're a pirate ship of armada of ships coming together.
There you go.
That skull face right at the beginning, right at the front of the helm. Because that's what he does.
We might be giving him ideas for his next book. He might do like a Pirates of the Caribbean Johnny Necro version.
Not a problem, matey. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
I can totally see him doing the Davy Jones squid face character. I'm seeing this now in Johnny's style.
I can see it. It.
Absolutely. I think it would be amazing.
I'd watch it.
I was gonna say I'd buy the book.
I'd buy the book. I'd get the T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. And that was I love the hard. I have a couple of pins. I have a Snuffy and a ghost face.
They're so cute. Toxie on the cover for the commercial cereal box.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's like he's made so many of my dreams come true through working with him, and he didn't even know it. He was just Johnny being Johnny.
Exactly. And that was when I bought the book at the Comic-Con. He said, make sure you go and get this person, this person, this person, this person to sign it because they're in the book.
Yep.
And it's like, not only are you in the book, you're in the room.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You know, and it wasn't buy my book. It's buy my book and meet all of these awesome people that I know. So once again, just...
Oh, he knows I would have been there with bells on if I could have got up there. But it's like we've been so mired in trying to get filming going here, and the weather has not been kind.
I was going to say tornadoes are kind of a problem. So
trying to shoot an outside slasher doesn't really work.
Yeah. You might be getting more special effects than you want for yourself.
Exactly. It's like, oh, there's a wall of water. That's not good.
No typhoons in the Wild West.
Exactly. It's like, no, they're supposed to not have a water source anymore.
Right.
Not that.
But here comes Pirate Johnny Necro coming in on the wave.
I got water, people. I would not be surprised. I really would. But it's like you were saying for the documentary, though, it's like it is letting people shine, even though it's for Frozen Dead. And that's Johnny.
Yes.
Johnny's the guy that would win the Oscar and go, now, see, yeah, this is nice and all, and I appreciate it, but everybody up here did this.
Yep.
Every single person made that possible.
Absolutely.
That's Johnny Necro.
And it's been 25 years of him just touching other people's lives and making them better, which is amazing.
See, and that's better than any star on the Walk of Fame I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I'll never forget him. Yeah. You're literally making the music to helping me make my dreams come true. Yep. Again.
It's so awesome.
It's like, I don't want to rely on him making all my dreams come true, but he's doing really well so far. It's like I can't hate on what the man's able to accomplish.
No, he's like a little creepy Jiminy Cricket. And I don't mean creepy that Johnny's creepy, but you know what I mean.
No, I get what you mean. He is. He's like a punk rock Jiminy Cricket.
That's a better description, yeah.
Because I believe music, the same with Johnny, I believe the music helps me a lot with my cosplays and my characters and the part that I'm in. I will find music that helps me feel that character to be able to turn the switch to turn into that character.
That's 100% accurate because I always have music playing and the soundtrack of my day.
Exact soundtrack of your life. Exactly.
Yep.
And it's like, for me, I think I didn't want my actors to have to stay in character for the whole shoot.
Right.
Because it's like, especially with being chased, and you don't want to do that all the time. It would wear
people passing out.
Exactly. You'd have people passing out and stuff. And it's like, I was like, think about things that would make you, what would make you run?
Yeah.
And it's like, just for even in the moment, like, okay, I see this. Nope, got to go and take off running. Yep. So I try to put believable scares into the film.
Excellent.
Of how somebody would actively react, realistically react in that situation.
Right. Yeah. You don't want it
doesn't mean it's
to be
do them any good.
Oh no. You don't want it realistic.
Any good, but yeah, they're gonna react as realistically as I can get.
Well, that's awesome. I'm super excited.
But I'm a child of the 80s too, so
yes,
that's exactly what you should expect with Bloody Bones.
I'm even super duper excited now because
it's all practical. It's all practical gore, everything. And the only thing I go sideways on is no nudity.
Right, and I mentioned before, if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense within the story. I'm not against it for any actor, actress, anybody. If it fits your story, more power to you. Art is art. It just, for my story, it would not make any sense whatsoever.
Right, and people can smell that a mile away if you're just throwing in boobs to be like, hey, boobs,
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So that's the only thing lacking, I would say.
If it doesn't fit, it's not lacking.
But good point. Very good point.
It's just not supposed to be. It's like saying you don't have a piñata on there. Well, if there wasn't a piñata party. It's not lacking piñata.
I didn't need a piñata. I don't know.
Well, unless there was something specific you wanted to add as well, we can just wrap this up for now, but we can talk on Messenger. And I think Johnny wants this for August, so we can always do another one too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this has been awesome. Thank you so much. It's so great to meet you.
Yeah, no, you too. Very much so. I've very much enjoyed my first interview. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad. I enjoyed giving my first interview for Johnny. So this is awesome.
I'm glad to be his first. He did it again.
Exactly. Cool. Well, I'm going to click to end the recording,
Okay.
and then I am going to scoot, but I will be talking to you. Feel free to message me on Facebook. And,
all right. Same here.
Awesome.
Yeah, not a problem.
Excellent. Well, I will talk to you soon.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.